at Island Fishing Tqckle in beautiful Carson, California, where you can come and have a lot of fun at Island Fishing Tqckle. Sam, how are you, my friend?
Great.
Good to see you, man. Good. Can't complain one bit at all. We've got a busy week coming up here, so we're excited about it. Going to Mexico on Friday.
Okay.
And then we're on the Apollo on, when are we on the Apollo? Tuesday, I think. 23rd, we leave. 2-day trip. And then back, and then we're on the Amigo on October the 5th. Couple spots left on that. If you want to join us, send me a text, 657-227-6459. And we just had a great show with Danny Kadota.
Okay.
Your guys, the bait guys, the Lifelike Plastics.
Lifelike Plastics, I saw that. Yeah,
they were great. And we just fished sand bass and spotted bay bass with them for 3 hours this afternoon. I'll run that footage on the morning briefing in the morning. Great guys, great product.
Yeah.
A lot of fun. Thank you for making that happen.
Cool. Yeah. When did you do that, on Saturday or?
The podcast we did, I believe, on Saturday. Yeah, and then we had some other stuff going on also. So we did that Saturday. And what's that? Huh? Yeah, we're live. We've been looking for you.
We're trying to be on
the
time.
dog's here. What is that? What are we doing?
This is Chuck's idea.
Yeah. No, it's been done before.
Yeah.
But usually has a foregrip. Yeah.
You don't seem too impressed.
I don't know yet, Sam. The stitching is not good.
You usually do it as a foregrip and a rear grip.
Think so?
Yeah.
You think it's too fat?
Hey,
No.
we're live right now, by the way.
Oh, hey, how's it going?
Yeah. Chuck Zimmer from Z Custom Rods.
You in a raffle today?
No.
Oh.
He's like, oh,
In a month.
shit.
Yeah. All right then.
All right. Should we get... Hi, sweetheart. Should we get back to the show or not?
Yeah. Hurry up. There's a bunch of people watching.
I know.
She's got my wallet.
Oh, man, you're in trouble.
Back pocket.
Hey, dog, does that thing look where it should be? Is everything good? Or I'll leave that in your hands.
I think it should be a little bit.
Excuse me, everybody.
Yeah.
Hey, listen.
That way.
We're here, everybody. We're a little distracted. We got Dan Lightfoot out here. We got Z Custom Rods in the house. And, Sam, so you got to go at 7
Yes.
for a CCA meeting. Chuck, do you want to hold off till 7 to talk about? And then Sam takes off, we'll do our thing, and then we'll say goodbye to everybody.
Maybe about 6:50 or so.
Okay, yeah, like 6:50. So Sam's only going to be here till 6:50. Everybody, if you have questions, please get them in early. And then, Chuck, what are you here for? To talk about our raffle?
Yeah, next
Huge raffle.
It's going to be enormous.
Yeah, it's big. I mean, the price is going to be $1,500. Why don't you tell us what it is, first of all, and then we'll continue.
Makyra 16.
Makyra 16. And this is going to be October the 13th, if I remember.
Right there, it's on the thing. I printed it out.
There you go. Tickets are $20, right?
Yep.
And 7 tickets for $100. But it's not only this, right?
We're going to be doing a rail rod also.
And a rail rod.
Yeah.
So,
2 different raffles.
no, I don't think so.
Or all
We're
together.
trying to decide on that. What do you say?
Still not sure, huh?
Yeah.
No, what do you say? What's your vote? What's your vote, everybody?
I got it today, and
You want one prize?
yeah, please leave a comment.
Leave a comment. Do you want to win the reel and the rail rod, one prize, or do we want to raffle up the reel and then the rail rod? We're open to suggestions.
Right.
All right, we're open to suggestions from you too.
Yeah, I'm not sure. That's a tough one, because you may have a guy who already has maybe a rod, but maybe not such a good reel.
Yeah.
Or vice versa. Maybe the guy bought a reel, and maybe he got the free rod at the show. Maybe he's like, man, you know what? I really want to upgrade my rod.
Yeah.
So, and then you might have a guy that doesn't have anything.
Yeah.
There's really no. So I think what you have to do is a rod, a reel, and then also a rod and reel.
$50 tickets.
Picking up the blank tonight from Sam Dillon.
Yeah, exactly.
Leave a comment on
Maybe 2 blanks.
Well, leave a comment on which blank you guys want to wrap.
Leave a comment on which blank you want Chuck to wrap for this
We'll
raffle.
get it tonight from Sam.
And
got
we'll
it.
get it from Sam tonight. And that's a heck of a reel, right, Sam?
Yeah, that's a really nice reel. This is the Makyra 16 in the matte black color. This is a reel that is kind of become, in a way, the go-to reel for the guys that are fishing the local big tuna nighttime jigging reel. The guys that are still fishing the quote-unquote old school way of just dropping a jig on a rail rod, A lot of these guys that are getting away from this a little bit and doing that vertical jigging, but I think that's still a small percentage. I think most of the guys are going this way, which is kind of the West Coast rail rod with a nice reel. The biggest difference being that, and I've talked about it here with a few different customers, is that 10 years ago when this bluefin first showed up, we're kind of fishing the biggest thing you got. A 50 or 50 wide, 200-pound braid, 200-pound leader, 10-0 hooks is the biggest you can get away with type of thing. And we caught a lot of fish, so it isn't like it didn't work or we were missing out on something. But as the years have gone on and guys have gotten a little bit more time on the water with gear, guys have gone to smaller and smaller and smaller line, and then in conjunction with that, smaller reels. The rods have stayed about the same because you still need to have a rod that's going to move a big heavy fish, but the reels for sure have gotten a lot smaller, whereas before this rod or this reel would have been more like a 60 or 80-pound reel. Guys nowadays pretty consistently fishing this 100 and 130, targeting big tuna, those 200-pound plus fish at night. No problem for a reel like this.
All right, good stuff. There's the info right there. Hey, Mad Dog, can everybody see that on there? I'm sure they can. What is this? Can they see that information on there?
They can see one of them.
Oh, okay. We got to move one over.
Yeah.
There we go. Perfect.
You pull one right here.
One right there?
Yeah.
All right, thanks everybody. Here we go. Sam, Sam's going to sleep. All right, the Cranker is here with us. He says, oh boy, what is up, fellas? Very nice.
Are you able to?
Angler, am I able to what?
You can't separate them, huh?
No. I don't know, maybe you can. Angler Pliers, David Rosenthal, who graces the thumbnail of the morning briefing with his lovely wife, Gwen. Gwen got her first halibut, and it was a 20-pounder.
Wow.
And they had full speed, wide open calico bass fishing.
What boat was that on?
That was a private boat, as I remember.
Where were they fishing?
And they were fishing somewhere up in the Channel Islands.
Oh, man.
Yeah, great fishing.
That sea bass bit again, huh?
Man, I know. And there was a bunch of Ericos on there,
Yeah.
I saw. And
They were on the new Hustler.
Yes.
Those guys killed it. Yeah, full limits. Three around on nice fish, all 20-pounders,
Yep.
15 to 20-pounders.
44 white sea bass on board the new Hustler. Great trip. And here it is, Sam, September. And for people who are listening from some other part of the world, maybe not familiar with Southern California, September is a heck of a month to still be catching sea bass.
Yeah, I mean, this year you can't really count them out. From the beginning when they started to bite, it just got better and better. And limits and after limits after limits. I mean, for sure, this has got to be the year of the record of how many days, how many trips have gotten limits, for sure. So, yeah, and it continues. So it's kind of crazy.
Yeah, lovely Martha Sport Fishing, San Francisco, California, released 14 short white sea bass today.
Yeah.
And had illegal white sea bass along with great fishing for striped bass and 4 halibut. So, man, it's crazy, man. The white sea bass, I mean, Cedros.
Cedros, yeah.
Ed, who is here in our audience, said, man, you missed the Cedros. It was not only good yellow, it was good sea bass.
Yeah, long range boats too. Typically they'll come up, maybe fish some rock cod or just kind of figure out a way to kind of make up the last travel day. I mean, a lot of those boats have been scoring on sea bass. I think it's gotten a little bit unnoticed, because of good tuna fishing down there. But yeah, usually they come up and kind of catch some junk, fill in some holes here and there. Well, now, nowadays they're catching sea bass. I mean, so, the sea bass is everywhere. Big halibut too, so it's pretty dang good. Who's that?
Independence had 50-some halibut.
Yeah, Ed said the Independence had 50 halibut on a trip.
Yeah, it's been
so-
fantastic. Really great fishing going on right now, and it just does not seem to want to slow down. Hit that like button, share these videos everywhere, subscribe to the Friedman Adventures YouTube channel, and tick that rotten, filthy, disgusting little bell. You'll be notified when there's new content. You can follow us on Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, Apple Podcasts, and Spotify. Lipper the Fisherman. Hey, I missed you guys. Glad we can meet up again. Great to have you with us. Rob S. Hey, Rob was just with us on the Danny Kadota Show. Rob, thanks for all your great support on the Danny Kadota Show here and on the morning briefing. Great having you with us. Cargo 91. Hello, Sam and Phil. What's biting right now? Thanks. All right, I'll cover a little bit of that. You could probably do as well as me, but long range, you got good yellowfin tuna fishing with good yellowtail fishing going on down there. It's been a little breezy the last couple of days for boats like the Royal Polaris, but they still scratched out some good yellowfin. And now getting more up into this neck of the woods, the bluefin are biting really well again, seeing great scores. Saw limits of bluefin tuna on board the Freedom on their last trip. That's 22nd Street Landing, Pacific Voyager, down there out of Seaforth Sportfishing. Limits of bluefin tuna, Tribute, limits of bluefin tuna. They're fish that are mostly 10 to 40 pounds. You get a few big fish mixed in there with it, but it's been really, really good. And then as we move you up to the islands, we see some okay yellowtail fishing at the Coronado Islands, kind of up and down. It was pretty slow yesterday. Not sure how that went today. San Clemente Island, a few big yellows. The Filipino Mafia, do you know those guys?
I've heard of them, yeah.
Yeah, they're great. On the Thunderbird, they had limits of bluefin. They had 3 big yellowtail. Just great fishing for those guys. And then as we move you into the Channel Islands, it's been great sea bass fishing. And San Francisco just continues to impress me with lings, with rockfish, with a few albacore. Fantastic fishing inside for striped bass and halibut. And Westport, Washington, Sam, just absolutely phenomenal albacore fishing. The, what's the name of that boat up there? The Matador had they had 8 guys and they had 109 albacore.
Jeez.
So pretty darn good fishing.
So up there, you can go on a trip and catch albacore. You can catch salmon, striper,
Yep.
halibut,
Yep.
and white sea bass.
Yeah. Phenomenal.
Lingcod.
Limits of Lingcod up there. California Dawn. It's been absolutely fantastic. All right, there you go. Cargo 91. I hope that gets you up to date. By the way, Sam, it is time for us to wish all our friends in Mexico happy Independence Day.
That's right.
That's right. Tonight is the Grito de Dolores. Am I right?
It's tomorrow, tonight at midnight.
Tonight?
Yeah.
That's right.
That's right, yeah.
I know my Mexican history. All right. Pedro Pino said, he retracted his message. Must have been talking about you again. Robert Westfall, 2 separate raffles and a complete setup, rod and reel. Boy, that's you trying
There you
to
go.
cut into the profits. Robert Graber, good evening. Phil, Sam, Chuck, Mad Dog, and the Friedman Adventure family fanatics. Happy Tackle Shop Confession Monday. I vote for rod and reel separately. All right, we're getting more and more info in here. Can you talk about jig sticks, Sam, and how to use them? I'm from the East Coast and not familiar with them. Thank you. Bob, you're just the guy we love having on our show. Thanks for joining us. And Sam, help Bob out.
So Bob, jig fishing, we kind of regard it as a West Coast technique. Although on the East Coast, you guys do some similar stuff, fishing for stripers on the surface. I would describe it, I don't know where on the East Coast you're at, but I would describe that probably being the closest thing to what we have. As far as I know, those stripers don't pull as hard as a yellowtail, but the yellowtail is the primary target for fishing these long rods and the surface iron jig fishing. I think that's what you're talking about, jig sticks is a surface iron. That being said, we use them for everything. We use them for fishing calico bass, barracuda, yellowtail, bonita, tuna, dorado, just about anything that'll eat it.
Yeah.
And the primary thing is that we normally are using long rods, although, by definition, it can be any rod you can use for that. But traditionally, it's a longer rod. 9 foot or 10 foot is probably the more common regarded as a jig stick. But an 8 foot rod or even a 7 foot rod would work just fine. And as far as how you use it, it's a pretty easy description. You cast it out, the jig hits the water, and you wind it back. That's really the 90% of it. Unfortunately, the 10% of it, the part that probably really matters, is the hard part. It's repetition. It's learning how to make that long cast, learning when to cast, looking for signs on the water. That last 10%, which is probably the part that's even hard to kind of pick up when somebody else might decide to make a cast. You would think, well, why'd they just make a cast, It's kind of hard to see that, but if you pay attention or even ask some questions, you'll find out that they're making a cast based on some type of data. Either they saw a bird look at the water, they might have saw a bait fish jump out of the water, or maybe a deep boil or something like that, just something that indicated to them that there's a fish in that direction, and they make a cast and try to snipe that fish. So that kind of is the short version of it. The long version of it's a lifetime kind of hobby. It's almost a subset of fishing, just kind of how fly fishing would be, or bottom fishing or any other types of techniques, this long rod fishing, I think for us here on the West Coast is kind of the last connection that we have to what started sport fishing here, you know, especially with that barracuda, fishing long rods and just doing it a different way. So that kind of in a nutshell is a short description. I'm pretty sure I'm missing a whole bunch of different details that I'll think about tomorrow and be like, oh yeah, I should have mentioned this or that. But that's on the rods. The jigs is an endless conversation. If you ever have a chance to look up Scott Manson with Gray Arrow Publishing, he's actually already put out 2 large edition books that have a really deep, detailed kind of accounting of what the jigs have gone through over the years since the 50s. I believe even a little bit before that, but definitely since the 50s and the 60s, the history of those jigs and how we use them and the description of them. So if you have any kind of desire for the knowledge, I would definitely look up his book, Scott Manson, and Gray Arrow Publishing. One of them is the history of
Tatty lures.
Of tatty lures,
right?
and the other one's a history of
Surface
iron. Yeah. And I'll go bring them up here.
All right, very good. Excellent. Sam, do you remember guys that used to come out many, many, many years ago and fish what we call a feather rod?
Yeah.
Like a long Calcutta.
Yeah.
You had a little torpedo sinker.
Yep.
And then you had the feather, and they jigged they were deadly. A lot of Japanese anglers were doing that, and they would just put the wood to the barracuda that way.
Yeah, I used to fish a lot on the Pursuit, and a gentleman by the name Whitey, older gentleman, man, he was good at it, for sure. And on days when maybe the rest of us would catch 2 of them, he'd catch 20 of them. Like, it was like, you know, kind of how like sometimes we look at the jigging thing and think, well, you know, does that stuff really work? It's kind of weird. And then you see a guy rope them, he catches 15 of them while everybody else catches 1 or 2. Well, that's how that feather fishing was, you know. And it was that little weighted feather and like a 2-ounce torpedo, and it'd be tied end to end. No special rigging.
Nope.
It seemed to be a certain length. I'm sure that maybe that had something to do with it. But yeah, he had a little rhythmic thing to it, you know, and he'd kill him. So a little bit separate than the surface iron thing, but it's kind of cool. And I don't know if it's a West Coast thing specifically, but definitely something that I've only seen out here.
Yeah, right.
So here's one of the books here. History of Southern California Surface Iron. If you're looking for some good info on that, and then History of Tatty Lures. This is
great books.
These are
beautifully well done. A lot of work.
This is kind of as high a level as you're going to get in one single subject like that. It's pretty cool.
Bob, I hope that helps. Thank you for joining us tonight, my friend. Thang Nguyen says, hello, guys. Thang, great to have you with us. Eclipso, gotta love this guy, man. He's at the library with his kids, and he's listening to Tackle Shop Confessions when he can. He doesn't want to bug people in the library. Question for Sam, is there a version of the Fuji PSS LD seat without a trigger? I'm wrapping a CXJ blank and don't want a trigger.
I don't know if there's one that's going to be called that. I know they definitely have some stuff there that is on the spinning side, that it has kind of some contours to it. I know that Batson makes one that we use quite a bit. I think it's called a VSS seat, if I don't, and I know they've got other stuff there too. You know, Fuji has at least 25 different styles of reel seats, and I'm pretty sure there's one in there that'll probably be something that you like. But if, you know, for the guys that don't like the trigger, I know that some guys build them with just a standard reel seat, Fuji, you know, graphite reel seat, and haven't seen any issues with that. So you might try checking that out first, but check on the Fuji website. In fact, it's not going to be like Fuji.com. It'll be Anglers Resource. That's the distributor for Fuji in the United States. Look up their website, Anglers Resource, and you'll definitely see a whole bunch of reel seats there.
Is Dan asleep?
Well, once I started talking about the feather, he just went to sleep.
Yeah. Hey, Mad Dog. Show everybody how interested in our show people are. People cannot get enough of our show. They come down to our studio audience, and they love it. They just soak up every word.
He's got a long day.
Yeah. I mean, what's he got? I hope there's not something on there. But
Tackle Shop Confessions.
oh, That's funny. All right, there you go. Thank you so much, everybody. That's a great part of the show tonight. I love it. Michael E. Moe likes it, too. All right, everybody. I hope you are as scintillated as Dan is with our show here tonight because he is soaking up every word. Rob S. says, should you cast out for bluefin tuna, night bite, or just drop off the rail? Before Sam says anything, I'll send you to a short we did with Max Nui from the Pacific Voyager about what Sam's about to tell you.
I'd say definitely cast, especially if it's a little bit windy. The main idea is you want to have your jig as vertical as possible. So if there's any kind of drift or any kind of wind and the boat's drifting, you have to cast downwind to get ahead of the drift. So yeah, definitely cast when you can. Now there's, I've been on trips where you don't have to do that, and there's really no wind, flat calm out there. It feels like you're on a lake, and you could just drop the jig straight down and you'll be just fine. But generally, you're going to cast out. Now, there are some times where maybe as the boat is coming to a stop, you might come to the bow and drop your jig down, and you might be okay at that point to drop it. You're going to have to run back and follow your jig towards the stern to make sure you don't have any angle. So, but yeah, you're mainly trying to avoid or trying to eliminate angle in your line when you're fishing the jig.
All right, everybody, we'll decide whether we're going to do the reel and the rod together or separately. But there is the info. If you want to get an early ticket from Chuck, he's standing by right now. We'll look at the votes that are coming in. Most of them are to do it separately. Give the reel away and give the rod away. And we'll see how that all goes. All right. Eclipso says, and the difference between the CXJ 6004 and 5.
So it's just basically a heavier jig-rated rod. I mean, that's going to be, the very root of it. The different numbers on the end from 0 all the way to 6 are going to be a like what we would call a power number, meaning that the bigger the number that goes, the heavier the power is. But in this case, it's not really line size, but more the jig size that rod would probably work best with, the recommended jig size. So the bigger the number, the heavier the jig size that's recommended.
All right, very good. Greg Bates, the elf, votes yes on the tank, on the deck.
On the tank, on the deck.
You understand that?
No.
I don't either. All right. Thank you, Greg. Excellent suggestion. Whatever that means. Going back to David Rosenthal, it was Gwynn's big halibut catch, and I screwed it up. I said it was a 20-pounder, and it was a 25-pounder.
There you go.
So there you go.
I thought 20 was too small.
Yeah, there you go. Sorry about that. 25-pound halibut, Gwynn Rosenthal's first halibut of her life. We are loving it. Here's Pedro. He's back with us, and we love Pedro, and we love Z Custom Rods. Pedro Pino says, how are you, Sam and Phil? Pedro, good to see you. Sam, can you explain the line weight comparison between a jigging rod and a regular rod?
Well, that's kind of the confusing part of it. I know they have the PE ratings. Those PE ratings are really more of a jigging category type rating, meaning that for the parts of the world in which the jigging fishing of that sort is a little bit more popular, they're using a PE rating that really is describing a thickness of the line, a diameter of the line, rather than a pound test. They're not really worried so much about breaking strength as they are about pound tests. And the reason that is that the lighter they're going on their jigs, the lighter they need, or the skinnier they need to be on their line for it to have that vertical presentation. Kind of like I was just talking about casting downwind. Well, if you're fishing 1,000 feet or even 500 feet, you're going to have your line exposed to a lot of water, and so the thinner the line, the better. So, that's going to be kind of what it's rated for. But we're still kind of looking at it from West Coast perspective. It's about a multiplication of about 10. So a PE 4 to 6 is like a 40 to 60 pound rating. But in the end, you really want to look at the rod based on the size of jig you're going to be bouncing or jigging. So it's a different way of evaluating which rod you're going to choose, because instead of looking at it from like normally you would have a 30-pound rod and a 40-pound rod and a 50-pound rod and so on, you're going to be looking at it more in the terms of saying, I'm going to have a rod to fish a 200-gram jig, a 300-gram jig, and a 400-gram jig. And all three of those rods, you may fish the same line, on your reel and fish the same species, but you're targeting them with different size jigs.
All right, good stuff. Thank you so much, Pedro. Good question. Eric Sanchez says, hello, fellas. What are you guys raffling off? And we have a Macaira 16. This is October the 13th, okay, here on Tackle Shop Confessions, along with a rail rod. They'll either be separate, excuse me, or together. We're going to make our minds up on that maybe by the next day or so. But 2 fabulous prizes, $1,500 worth of great prizes, and looking forward to doing that. I think this is John. I'm pretty sure it's the Garmster saying, good evening, Phil, Sam, and the Friedman Adventures family. Can't wait for the 2-day on the Apollo. It's going to be a good one. I can't wait either. Chuck, wrap the new CalStar GG773XH, if not a UC GPX 76 Centaur. How's that grab you? There you go. How about a rain shadow? What's going on, fellas? How is cat biting? Asks Sparky SCR. It's okay. It's not, I would say, wide open. Picking at the bass. Good rockfish if you decide to do that. A little bit of barracuda. You see some yellows bouncing around. Hasn't been full speed wide open, but you know, you can normally scratch out a halfway decent day there with a few halibut. I guess what I'm trying to say is you catch a variety of fish, but it's like a few of everything. Drop that fluorocarbon down to 12 or 15 when you're fishing the calico bass, and you can still come away with an easy limit, no question about it. Mike Krinkovich wants an update on Scott Butchert, and I can give you that. Scott is decking on board the Ocean Odyssey, currently in the middle of a 2.5-day trip, out fishing tuna, and I think they're having some pretty darn good fishing. Mike, there you go. Thing win, $5 for 20 again in the raffle. No, it's $20 for 1 ticket this time. I think Chuck's got that out there. I could be wrong.
Yeah, it's seven tickets for 100.
7 tickets for 100, 1 ticket for 20, just because the prizes have gone way up. $1,500 in prizes for this next one. And now we've got Angler Pliers. That's David Rosenthal saying rod and reel together. I think we're kind of tied on this so far. Live free, die free. Good evening, Phil, Sam, and the Friedman Adventures family. Great to have you with us. Don't forget, Sam has got to get out of here at 6:50, so he's only got about 20 more minutes, folks. I'll try to get through all of the Sam questions for you all. Mike Krinkovich had a great time on the 8-day trip on the Royal Polaris. The best was we had folks from Montana, Alaska, Texas, and more. Nothing better than seeing new folks experiencing wise eye fishing. No question about that. Rob S. wants to know, is the San Diego bait getting better? I think it's getting a little bit better. There's a little more consistency to it, but it's been such an up and down year, Sam. You still kind of just got to, see what they do. It's a day-to-day thing. It's fluid, right?
The bait on the bait?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's been definitely up and down in terms of the bait.
Hey, man.
Hey, how's it going? All right. What's so funny? Here we go. Back to our show again. We have people walking in front of our show tonight. They're more than welcome here. Hexhead, J Raps 310 Hexhead.
Hexhead, yep.
Yeah, you got that?
Yep.
What does that mean?
Maybe a hex head for the tuna coming up here.
There you go. I agree.
Albacore,
Albacore, Westport, Washington. Wide open up there. Mike Krinkovich, wide eye fishing, as in we ain't got this in Texas.
That's
the people from Texas on the Royal Polaris, their eyes were wide because they don't have that kind of fishing in Texas. Thank you, Mike, for explaining that. We appreciate it. Jeff Lingle joins us. Jeff, so good to have you with us, my friend. I hope you are doing well. Jeff is down there, I think, about 140 miles south of the border, fishing for yellowfin tuna. He had a few yellows, some bluefin. He's off to another great trip. And Jeff was saying great weather. Jeff, if you don't mind and you have time, drop a comment down below so we get an update on what you're doing and how you have been doing. Mackie walking in the door. Late, but he's here. It's good to see him here. Ahmed is joining us. What's the ideal action on the jig stick rod?
Wow. Yeah, sometimes one way, sometimes another.
Maxter.
I don't think there is an ideal action. Well, unless you're talking about was he talking about a jig rod, like a surface iron rod?
Yes, let's go with that.
I'm assuming a
Since we're kind of talking about that.
Yeah. Now, there really isn't an ideal action. The surface iron rod category is something that when you're going to go to cast, it requires you to use a lot more of your body than you would, just a live bait. That being said, some guys like a graphite stiffer rod. Some guys like a slower rod. It's just a matter of what you may like. And there isn't a good one or a better one. It's really more of something that you just might like one over the other. Now, that being said, typically the graphite rods, the newer style rods that are a little stiffer, are lighter as well. So a lot of guys do like that. But you can kind of make them, either one work. You just have to kind of put some time with each one and maybe find what you like better for you.
All right, very good. Steve Din says, good evening, Sam and Phil. Blackfin Albacore making an appearance on the Royal Polaris. Is that a rock and roll band or something?
It could be, yeah.
What is that? Blackfin Albacore. I know there's like false albacore, but we don't catch those here in the Eastern Pacific.
Maybe they got an albacore.
Steve, please go further on that. We would like to hear more, definitely. All right, Robert Graber says, yes, Rob. Rob S. Mission Bay and San Diego both have 4 to 6 inch sardine with no limit on private boaters as of this morning. Robert Graber gives me so much great information on that. Robert, thank you so much for chiming in on that. Tyler Tanaka, good evening, Friedman Adventures family. Turning in from Heartbreak, Rocky Top, Tennessee. Tyler, so good to see you out there on the Mission Bell, having a good time with the Mission Bell Mafia. Phil, you made the video with Max and Group. I love that video, so good. Wish the bite was WFO like that all the time. Yeah, Max is number one, man. That was a great video, the way those guys got bit on camera, and really, really good to see that. No doubt about it. Thank you so much, Tyler. Eclipso, hiding out in the library, says, Lightfoot, eat, breathe, and especially sleep fishing. Love that he's watching the show on his phone like the old times. Who brings an AM radio to a ball game? Yeah, I love it. Can we make any more noise during this show? What in the hell is going on over there? What's Michael doing out, getting more food? Oh, your homework. You better be doing that. All right, very good. Thank you very much, Eclipso. Jack, love the knowledge these men share. Jack, we love you being a part of this, man. Thank you so much. Steve says downwind is your best friend. 100%, right, Sam?
Yeah, when you're trying to cast ahead of the drift, yeah.
Thanks, Sam, for your active participation in CCA.
In fact,
Robert
we're going to have to, I'm going to be taking off here in a little bit. I'm going to be actually participating in a meeting. And in that meeting, we're going to be talking about our upcoming barbecue. It's going to be on October 11th. It's going to be at the Compton Rod and Gun Club. That's October 11th on Saturday. So for you guys that wanted more information, I think there's going to be a flyer kind of circulating on social media. Hopefully they'll have some in the shops, at the landings. But for you guys should be trying to plan that for your schedule here coming up. It is on a Saturday. Usually starts at around 9 or 10 or something like that. They have a bunch of cool games, a bunch of raffles, and some really good food, and just kind of a good cause. This is kind of our biggest fundraiser of the year for our chapter, for raising funds for all the good we try to do. In fact, this year proved to be kind of a good deal where through CCA we were able to kind of fight back on the sand bass thing. And if we hadn't have done that, man, what ended up being probably the best sand bass fishing we've had in 15 years, may have been all for naught. They were potentially going to make it a zero catch type of thing, but it made it available.
Where the hell is your microphone?
I don't know, it's down here.
Oh, there it is. Oh, you're doing it that way now, huh? You like it inside there, right?
I guess.
That works.
Right there.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I didn't see it. I was wondering what's
Where's
going
your
on.
microphone?
Well, there it is.
Okay.
It's right there. All right, nobody was complaining. I couldn't hear you, so I knew it had to be around. All right, let's go back. Mike Krinkovich, too much fun, methinks.
Methinks.
Yes, absolutely. Chad Christopher Klein. Chad, it's been a long time since I've seen you. Hello, gents. It's been a while. Thank you, Phil, for all the hard work you put in. Sam, I'll need to see you soon to drop another few $100 at your shop. Chad, good to hear you, man.
We'll take care of you, man.
Yeah, he'll take good care of you. We'll see you soon. Richard Hughes, who is the author of not only the morning briefing song, but also Tackle Shop Confessions, which one of these days I have to play for you.
All right.
And he says, the cranker is back. Must be happy hour.
Always happy hour for that.
Oh my God, here he goes, cranker. He's teeing off on you. Mackie, honorary Filipino Mafia member. I agree. Robert Graber says that Mackie, I just want to go down and eat the roast pork down there, the lechon.
We can go down the street.
Yeah, well, I'm in, man. That looks so good. Those guys on the Filipino Mafia have a huge, it's so cool. They had it on the Thunderbird, and man, they are great people. It's always good to talk to Jay and everybody who's a part of that. The Krinkovich says, just remember to load the tip.
Just remember, yep. When you're throwing the iron, that's kind of the whole deal. Is that whatever blank or whatever rod allows you to do that better, that's going to be the one for you. Unfortunately, you may not know until you go and try one. So sometimes you got to go through a couple of rods before you kind of find the one that you really feel works for you. But that's the whole deal. You got to load the rod to cast it out.
All right, thank you, Mike. Very sage advice indeed. And the cranker says, oh yeah, way beyond happy hour. It's freaking almost 7 p.m. Shoot, which means you got to go.
Starts at 5.
Eclipso. Chuck, if a rain shadow, how about the SW 1089?
Yeah.
Great, do everything rod, and there are some cool colors. I vote separate rod and reel. It's leaning toward that.
So that
Leaning toward that.
Rain Shadow 1089, that SW series in general, 1087, 1088, 1089, and 1207, 1208, and 1209 have kind of been discovered this year. We sold so many of them because of the fluke fishing up at the Channel Islands. It was kind of the perfect rod for it, and something that you can build with a small handle to fish a bait caster. Not something you would fish this reel with at all, but definitely a very, very popular rod.
All right, very good. And once again, Anthony and I had a great time today fishing spotted bay bass and sand bass inside the harbor with the guys from Life Like Plastics. Had a great time. You have their product here, right?
Yeah, you guys fish with them?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I didn't tell you
I
that?
just saw the interview.
Yeah, no, we just fished with them this afternoon.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, 12 to 3. Where are you going with what are you doing with your microphone?
I can see that there's nothing else for me coming up.
Oh, you're out of here?
So
You're turning it over to Chuck?
Yeah, Chuck's gonna
Come on,
I'm giving
Chuck.
him some time.
All right, Chuck, here we go. Man, this is going to be a quick show tonight. I'll tell you that right now. We're losing the brains of the operation. Whoa. Chuck, here, you want me to put this on you? Chuck Zimmer, everybody, from Z Custom Rods. And hopefully Chuck will be able to answer the...
Yeah, right.
No, you can do it, Chuck. I know you,
He's an
man.
encyclopedia of tackle.
What's up?
What's up?
How are you?
I'm ready to go to Mexico.
Friday, man.
Well,
We're on our way to Mexico. Chuck's son, Charlie, is sitting right out here. First time to Mexico?
he's never been to Mexico.
Man, you're going to love it. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
We're going to go across the border, and within 5 minutes, you're going to be eating the best carne asada burritos. Ask the dog, man. He loves it. It's so good. So we're going to be doing that.
I actually asked him on the way down here, what do you want to see in Mexico?
Yeah.
Right? So I've never,
Yeah.
he's like, I don't know what to expect.
Because what did I tell you? We'll do what Charlie wants to do on this trip.
Oh, I thought we were going to go to a bunch of strip clubs.
Oh,
No,
you're going to get us thrown off this thing.
he's going to get married down there,
Already? Yeah, your wife's going to love that.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure. No, yeah, I think it'll be good. I haven't been down there since the kids were born, so
Really?
it's been more than 10 years, yeah.
Wow, that's crazy.
I'm sure a lot's changed.
I mean, there's a lot of more building, but a lot's the same, too.
Yeah.
Yeah, it really is. I mean, a lot of it is the same. There's some really ritzy parts of Tijuana now where you can go and, I was thinking it'd be cool to take them to Caesar's, where the Caesar salad was actually invented.
I saw
and
a
do the
video
whole
on that.
Caesar
Yeah.
salad.
Okay.
They come to your table and they do this great presentation.
Like we talked before, I am like the wind. I go
Me too.
wherever it takes me is kind of where we're going to plan.
Yeah, I'm all over it.
Yeah.
Hey, why don't while I take a look at these questions, why don't you go over what the raffle is going to be all about? And I guess we're going to decide
Yeah.
when. Well, go ahead.
So we got the Max 16. I've hung on to it. It's the special edition model. It's a matte black. I don't know, Sam would know better on how special edition it was. So our thoughts is either pair it up with a rail rod and do one package, do 2 rods, one to go with the reel and one to go separate. We're all kind of up for games. We're kind of asking your guys' opinion too. And what kind of rod do you want to see? You want to see? I mean, we can do any rod. We can do a bass rod.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, whatever you guys want. It's for you guys, and it's to help down in Mexico. So
Right. So whatever you guys want to do, and the tickets this time are $20 each,
Yes.
7 for 100.
it is a $750 reel.
Yeah.
That's quite the nice reel.
Yes. And the rod's going to be worth another
Another 800 probably.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, yeah, it should be a really good raffle. We want to really spice things up before the season kind of simmers down on us and everybody starts getting into Christmas and all that fun stuff. So yeah, I mean, it's something to get out there it's going to go to one lucky person. I'll tell you that.
Right. And if people want to contact you to get their rods wrapped, do you want to give that? Because you got behind. But-
Yeah, actually, I'm caught up.
Good. I'm happy to hear that.
It is a Christmas miracle. I am caught up. I'm actually looking at some of the rods that I've bought blanks for myself
Yeah.
that I could actually wrap myself. But then like 1 or 2 will sneak in, and then I kind of push mine off to the side. So,
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Good stuff.
Yeah. Any rewraps, any new builds, let's do it. I can turn them around pretty quick. So
All right. Perfect. Sounds really good to me. All right. Let's go to Jeff Lingle. And Jeff says he's just waking up, man. He's out on the grounds right now. But while I was sleeping, we had 4 yellowfin tuna, 8 yellowtail on our way down to the bluefin tuna area from last night. Little breezy, about 9 to 11 knots, but it looks short-lived. Looks like that weather's going to come down again. So thank you, Jeff. Always appreciate hearing from you. You'll hear more from Jeff on the morning briefing for sure. Mike Krinkovich says MNF times 2 tonight.
Monday Night Football.
Oh,
Oh.
Monday Night Football times 2. Who said that?
it's the night of acronyms.
Who was that? Oh,
Yes.
Mackie. Oh, Sam. Thank you. Thank you so much. Richard Hughes says Cranker is the expert on loading the tip. I love you, Richard. I really do. Mike Krinkovich says, see, I know some stuff, as in loading the tip. Yeah, baby. Boy, this loading the double entendre on the loading the
Well,
tip. is
let me
getting
intervene
out of
first.
control.
Yeah, let me intervene for a second.
Please.
So,
Yeah, bring us back to reality.
Sam was talking about that CCA event at Compton Rod and Gun
Yeah.
Club. So for the million times that I go down to Darren's shop to pick up parts and rods, he had actually asked me to wrap a rod for the
You're doing that,
raffle.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So there's 10 local wrappers that were given a blank by Darren, 310 Rod Works, and he asked me to make one. So
Nice.
my
Congrats, man.
yeah, that's a huge honor to even be thought of as to make one for this event. So
For those of you
Pretty
who
awesome.
are not aware of what's going on here with Chuck, it's not like he's been wrapping rods since he was 8 years old.
Yeah.
And he's finally, gotten his craft to the point where it's really, really good. He's been doing this for less than a year.
it's been a year now,
Oh, okay. About a year.
maybe a year and a month. Yeah.
But you have progressed so quickly
Yeah.
and done such a great job. You're in a lot, we're alike in a kind of a similar way, is that when you hone in on something,
we
man,
drive.
Yeah.
We drive and drive and drive
Yeah.
until you get it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's been countless of hours, countless of blanks I've thrown away,
Yep.
just ruined stuff. To now, I've actually just gave Sasha his rod,
Oh, really?
the ex-Laker.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
Did
so-
you meet him?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
Super nice guy.
Yeah, super nice guy. I remember him being out on some of our kids' trips in the day.
I'm 5'8" and I look like a midget
He's
compared
like
to that
6'11"
guy.
or
He's
something, isn't he?
huge.
Yeah, or he might even be 7. I'm
Yeah,
not sure.
I had to set his grip way out.
Yeah.
Just because he's such a big guy.
Yeah, he's huge.
Yeah.
Is he? He's not playing ball anymore,
No.
is he? No. How old is he? Like 40? Look to you?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah. All right, cool stuff, man. Thank you all for being here tonight. Hit that like button. Let's go to Tyler Tanaka. Phil, I had an interesting catch on Saturday that you might like. A mako shark ate my surface iron at North Island, full on choked it. Tyler, I love those things. Mako sharks, I know a lot of people are opposed to people keeping. I don't know if you kept it or not, but they're really good eating. and there seems to be a lot around. As James Williams points out in the next comment, man, it's the year of the Makos at the Coronado Islands, and also in there at La Jolla. There's just been a lot of them around. Mike Krinkovich, wow, look at Phil, all swanky with table service on the Caesar salad. Oh boy. Hoi polloi, I think is what he's trying to say instead of hello polloi. Phil, Mr. Stay Classy guy. What the hell is so classy about a Caesar salad?
Actually, have you seen that place? Have you ever been into that place?
I've been there many times.
Oh, yeah.
But now,
it's a pretty nice place.
So the Placentia family bought that, and Javier Placentia is one of the biggest restaurateurs in Tijuana, and he does everything first class. So he's elevated it now to the point. It used to be, you could go, I went in there with my parents.
Oh,
and
yeah.
the guys would come to the table and they start mixing and cracking eggs and they're funny, humorous, and you eat the salad, you go, my God, that is so good. You know, no, I think they probably ask you if you want anchovies or they just do it with anchovies.
You want to know a funny little story?
Yeah.
So I don't eat fish.
Yeah.
I do not eat Caesar salad.
Because
of the anchovy.
Oh,
in it.
so you're
I
gonna
can taste the anchovy.
Really?
I don't know what it is. Yeah.
He hates fish, everybody. He does not.
I love catching it and giving it away. Yeah. But I will not eat it.
That is
Canned
too
tuna,
funny.
maybe.
Really?
Oh, yeah. That's
Yeah. And did you, from the time you were a kid, or did your...
time I was a kid, yeah. Our family never really ate fish
Yeah.
growing up. So I
Yeah.
think that's kind of a part of it, but I never had a taste for it.
That's funny. That's really funny. All right, and everybody, Sam is in a meeting about CCA here tonight. So Chuck is sitting in until we get to the end of the questions, and we're going to run like hell out of here if we get to the end of the questions. All right, very good. James Williams, did Tyler land that Mako? We had a 4 come out of the water for a slow troll Dean yesterday at the Coronado Islands. They kept shooing through the line. I'm not sure about that. Well, maybe Tyler will respond. Chivo Robledo, I'm late to the party. What's in the raffle tonight? You want to explain what's in the raffle? Not tonight.
Yeah.
October the 13th. Chivo.
October 13th, we're going to have a Macaira Special Edition 16. And we're kind of deciding, I think maybe we'll do a rail rod with it.
Yeah.
Maybe to match the color of the reel, because it's kind of a matte black and silver.
Yep.
And then, I don't know, I'm kind of going back, maybe a jig rod, maybe another rail rod, somewhere in there, you know. I'm sure we'll make it interesting.
All right.
We'll have more updates when it starts getting closer to it.
But you can still grab
we're
your tickets
available
tonight.
now. You can buy tickets. It is $20 a ticket this time, so it's changed. Or it's 7 tickets for $100.
And incredible prizes. It sounds like we might have 3 prizes. We definitely have 2, I think. We'll figure this out, right? It's going to be pushing $2,000 in prizes, right?
Oh, easy.
Fair to say that? All right, very good. Let's go to Michael Schmidt. Chuck, just wrap me a GP90 Mega I'm going to take out tomorrow. It's gorgeous. Can't recommend it enough. Probably get a couple more jig sticks ordered soon. Chuck, people are really loving your work, man. It doesn't surprise me. I see how hard you work, how many balls you have in the air all the time, and it's great. And you got
talking
kids.
about a ball in the air.
Yeah, right. Exactly.
There's another one sitting out there.
I know. Who's going to Mexico for the very first time?
Awesome.
I can't wait. Charlie, we're going to have fun. We're going to catch fish. We're going to walk you through the fish market. Going to eat carne asada. We're going to, she has a doc and she has a nurse sometimes too. Look at Ed. He's not, I don't even think I got it.
Right.
Yes. Okay. Very good. She has. Yes, they do have a dock with mini boats at it, so it'll be a lot of fun. We'll go over
There's
there.
There's nurses on the dock.
Harass her. Let's see. Isaac joins us. Says, "Good evening, everybody." Isaac, great to hear from you. The cranker's back. It's all about the coddled egg, Phil. Yes, thank you, Mike. Mr. Caesar Salad Guy. Thank you very much, Mike. Chuck is the man, says Isaac. Yes, he most certainly is. It's a TJ thing. Iconic, says Mike Krinkovich, talking about the Caesar salad. Yes. Thank you, Mike. I think it is happy hour, actually. And then Mike Krinkovich says, oh, by the way, it's hammer time tonight. You know what that means?
No.
Really? You don't know what that means?
No.
I don't either.
Yeah. Maybe
Does
it's a
anybody out
sports
there
thing?
know? Is it a sports thing? A hammer?
know.
It's hammer. Maybe Mike's getting hammered.
That was like in the 80s, right?
Mike
Hammer
getting
time,
hammered?
Oh, yeah.
Ed says Mike is getting hammered. Is that what it is, Krinkovich? Tyler Tanaka, yes, got it to the boat and tried to get my jig bag, but it did the shark roll as I was trying to tire it out at the corner, and it sawed off the line. So it rolled and sawed off the line, so they didn't get that one
right, go
on
Charlie.
board. Hammer time tonight. Maybe that has something to do with the Raiders. Chivo Robledo. Raider colors on the reel. That's very true. Raiders playing tonight. Better get in the raffle. I have a good feeling on this. Remember, Chivo, the raffle is October the 13th. Mike says, yes, he is getting hammered tonight. Excellent. Hey, we're out of questions, man.
Meeting adjourned?
No, it hasn't started yet.
Oh, okay.
Chuck, I don't know. What time is it? 6:52, man.
Wow.
I'm,
Some kind of a record, huh?
Yeah, I'm all for it. I'm ready to go. Look at Sam. He's like, Sam's going to put a football game on anyway.
Yeah, right.
So,
Well-
folks,
See the end of this game right now.
Yeah.
folks, we're going to say goodbye because there's a great ending to a football game, which I'm sure a lot of you would like to get back to. We'll say goodbye. Chuck, one more time. October the 13th, a Macaira reel, another rod, maybe two.
Probably two, yeah.
Probably
I'm
two.
a glutton for punishment.
Yeah, no kidding, man. And then after that, we will be, I don't know what we'll be doing. And Jeff Lingle says wing time.
Wing time
It is wing time, I guess. Okay, so I guess we're doing that tonight. Hey, God bless you all. Thank you so much for being here for Sam De La Torre here at Island Fishing Tqckle. Make sure you come by and visit him really, really soon. Hey, will somebody wake up Dan Lightfoot out there?
Hey.
Dan, time to get up.
It's not 9 o'clock yet.
Come on, Dan. Come on, boy. Come on. Wake up. Chuck, always good to see you. One more time again, if people want to get a rod wrapped or get in the raffle, what's the number?
Give me a call, 310-918-1448.
Hey, before we run off, does Sam have the BKK Lone Diablo in line 3-0? He's looking right now. Chivo.
No, we have those for kind of jigging rods.
That's Dan Lightfoot, everybody.
I don't.
He's awake.
That's a no.
He's awake. Richard Hughes says, hey, Jeff. All right. Hey, we're out of here. Thanks, everybody.
Bye,
Have a
guys.
great one.